a top 10 nationally televised game to a team that's 2-8 playing from 9,000 people. How do you avoid that mental letdown, and what's your expectation for the crowd 1 week after U40?
I think it's like every week. It's more about what we do and focusing on us every week and seeing how we can get better. And I treat every week the same. Our offensive line's still gonna be in there. I'm tonight watching film for 2 hours, still gonna be in there Wednesday watching film for 2 hours. So every week's the same to me, and I think it's about focusing on us and seeing what we can improve on.
Hey, just how frustrating was that situation for you against Ole Miss, trying to fight through injury and coming out, and then to follow that? I mean, what did the Tennessee game mean to you to come back and perform like you did?
It was frustrating. Didn't go how I wanted it to go. Tried to go out there, do what I could do, and ended up not being able to do what I thought I could do. But this weekend, that game means a lot to me. I grew up a huge Tennessee fan. Everybody knows. Family's Tennessee fans. Half of them still don't talk to me. But that game meant a lot to me. And being in front of our fans, being able to do that, and fans coming out and showing out like they did was huge.
I had kind of the same question, but it's hard not to notice the level of play, the performance, how much better it was 1 week to the next. Was that strictly health, you being a week better, or being at home? What do you owe just the performance overall of 5 guys on the line?
I'm sure health tied into it somehow, but I think it's just a mindset thing. We learned real quick against Ole Miss, if you don't show up to play against a defensive line of that caliber, you're going to get embarrassed. And knowing that Tennessee also had a very high caliber defensive line, we knew we had a test in front of us, and we knew after that last week we had to improve a lot.
You guys obviously passed protected really well Saturday night, but particularly against stunts when they're twisted tackle or defensive tackles and ends. What's the key to passing those stunts off really well at guard and tackle?
First off, I'll say watching film, picking up cues on when they're going to do it. What are they doing when this foot's back every time? I remember actually against them 2 years ago when we played them here. One of their defensive ends, every time he had his outside foot back, they were teeing. So picking up on stuff like that, and kind of just throughout the game, noticing stuff, but initially it's stopping the penetrator. If you stop the penetrator, you got success, and staying square. Punch that penetrator over and get back square, and you have a pretty good chance of passing it off.
Tate, you're obviously close with Carson. That was, quite a game for Carson. What did you see from your friend? Not just the quarterback, but it just looked like there was another level from Carson Saturday night.
He was having fun. I mean, Carson was having a good time on Saturday, and that was from warm-ups on. And we obviously didn't start the game how we wanted to. Had a couple 3-and-outs, but he was coming over to everybody, telling them we're good, and just kind of seeing him just enjoy football was huge for me, and I love seeing that out of him.
Yeah, Tate, Kirby mentioned that guys like you play a lot of football are the core of this team. For you personally, how have you tried to maintain that role through this year while you're not able to practice as much as you want, not being able to play on Saturdays as much as you want?
Just trying to be more vocal with the guys. Just especially the offensive line, just tell them control what you can control. I mean, there's stuff in the game that you can't control, and there's stuff that you can't control, and just trying to keep everybody level-headed, not letting them get too high or too low. When things don't go our way, there's a lot of football to play. So just kind of being a vocal guy on the team.
Tate, speaking of having a good time, I just wonder how long you've now been taking up square dancing and your little thing with Carson. How impromptu was that little deal?
I don't remember how it came about. It kind of we started doing it one day, and we're like, oh, we're going to do that during a game. It was in the practice or something, but I think I learned that in our Murchie middle in like PE class or something like that.
What did you make of Monroe Freeling starting left tackle and I guess playing the whole game? How he did out there?
I thought he did an amazing job stepping into a role he hasn't had to yet. And just talking to him throughout the week, just trying to get that confidence in his head that he can go out there and do it for a whole game. So him stepping up and being able to do that for a whole game was very impressive.
Yeah, Tate, Murchie native. Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Could you just talk about the running back room? It's kind of depleted with injury, and you got some young guys getting in. And as an O-line, any more pressure on you guys because the guys are so young, or does it matter to you who's back there? Is it just about trying to clear a path for somebody?
Just clearing a path. I told those guys before the game on Saturday, I went up to them, I said, this is football. It's what you've been doing your whole life. It's just another game. Go out there and treat it like one. Don't let this crowd, don't let all the distractions intimidate you. Just go out there and play football because that's what got you here and that's what you do best. And for us up front, we knew there were freshmen back behind us, and I think it definitely put it in the back of our mind to, in the run game, try to open more holes. But I think it's just going out there and trying to do your job every play.
Tate, just to follow up on that, what did you think of the job Nate Frazier did? Biggest workload he's had, how he handled that?
I think he's had a lot of growing up to do since the season started. Of course, he's a true freshman coming in here, then gets his first light against Clemson, and then seeing how he's grown up throughout the year of practice has just been awesome. Nate's a huge personality. Sideline, he's always coming up to the offense line, talking to us, telling us good job, but I thought he did a tremendous job on Saturday night.
Yeah, you finished your career unbeaten against Tennessee. What does that mean, and what does it mean? Why you guys been able to extend that winning streak to, I think, what, 8 games now?
Yeah, like I said, it means a whole lot to me to be able to go undefeated against them. It was one of my top schools coming out, and then, like I said, family. I have a lot of family ties to Tennessee, but it means a lot, and just kind of just knowing what that game means to this university and a lot of people on this team and the coaches. So just going out there and trying to execute, just get it done.
This is obviously a game that some younger guys might get a chance to play. Who are some of the scout team guys that have impressed you so far this season?
A lot of these scout team defensive linemen that I go against every day, the Jordan Thomases, the Namdis, JGs, they do a tremendous job giving us looks every week and seeing them. And I love seeing the guys on our scout teams go out there and play, because they truly are what gets us prepared for Saturday. Our walk-ons, I love seeing walk-ons get to play. They're the heartbeat of this team. But those are a few guys that I'm looking forward to get to see out there.
Tate, you do a wonderfully popular podcast with Thorson. Did you know he had that hit in him, and how much have you heard about it since then?
I didn't think he had much running in him. But no, that was impressive. He impressed me with that one. But no, I didn't think he had that much running in him. That was my biggest concern. Knew if he got there, he's built like a linebacker, so he could probably make the tackle. But if he was getting there, it'd be a problem.
To your left, apologies, I don't know how much eligibility you have left, if you do or don't, and we might not see you in the coming weeks, but the fact that this senior class could set a class record winning 51 of 55 games, first step on campus, could you ever fathom that, A? And if we don't talk to you, just final thoughts of leaving Sanford Stadium and Athens for good between the hedges.
It's been a ride. Of course, when I came here, this is something that I wanted to do. I came here because I wanted to win. And it turns out that we have done that a good bit over the past few years. But it's been a great ride. I love this place. I love this university. I love our fans. And Saturday just shows what our fans are capable of and what they're about. And that was the most electric atmosphere I've ever been in, no matter where I've played. That was number one.
Any more questions for Tate? All right, Tate was just announced.